Hello YouTube, this is Obsessed with Videos here, and this is my multimedia update of the 20th of August 2020. Now, I know it's been almost 3 months since I last did a multimedia update, but the reason for that is that the current situation with the pandemic, with the COVID-19 pandemic, and the anxiety it has caused me throughout the past few months. So that's why I've been taking it really easy with my updates and leaving time between them, so I can just take my time for this stuff and take it easy. Anyway, in this update I've got 2 4K Blu-Rays, 6 standard Blu-Rays, and 1 DVD. So let's start off with the 4K Blu-Rays. So the first one is The Gentleman, which is the latest film directed by Guy Ritchie on Entertainment and Video. This was released, I think, on April 27th, 2020, the same day that Spies in Disguise came out on DVD and Blu-ray in the UK, in which I got that in my last multimedia update. And also, this is the first 4K Blu-ray release from Entertainment and Video. And there's the standard Blu-ray disc, and there's the 4K Blu-ray disc. I've noticed that Entertainment and Video have started using ink labels on their DVDs and Blu-rays and 4Ks again, just like what they did in the earlier years of them making DVDs and releasing DVDs, which was, I think, 1999 till 2005 that they used ink labels on their DVDs. I think soon after that they started making actual labels, and now they've just gone back to doing ink labels like what they used to do. So yeah, it's quite good that they managed to do that again. The next one is Onward, which is the latest film from Pixar. The next film from Pixar will be Soul, which was going to come out originally on June 19th, 2020, but due to the pandemic, it was delayed till November. And the film recently Pixar's revealed its film that they're going to release after Soul, which will be Luca, which is due for release on June 18th, 2021. Anyway, this is a release from Disney and Pixar, and I've also noticed that, and we've probably noticed that this is one of the first home media releases to have the new age rating on it. The BBFC started using these age ratings back in November, and the first film I saw it on at the cinema was Le Mans 66, which I saw back in November. So I probably mentioned this in an update a while away, that we were just going to wait and see, that we would wait and see when the BBFC would start using these age ratings on home media. I mean, I started using these in posters as well, starting in like November. But I'm glad that now they've started actually using the age ratings on DVDs, Blu-rays and 4Ks. Anyway, I saw this film on 4K back in I think it was late June that I watched it, and it was quite a good film from Pixar. And there's the 4K Blu-ray disc, and there's the standard Blu-ray disc. It's rated U in the UK, and it's rated U in the UK and PG in Ireland. And now onto the standard Blu-rays, in which the first one is Bloodshot, starring Vin Diesel. This was the last film I saw at the cinema back in March, before they temporarily closed due to the pandemic. But now that the cinema has reopened, I'm hoping to go back there quite soon. Probably to watch a classic film, because I think I enjoy watching classic films at the cinema, particularly the older logos at the start, because I've always enjoyed watching older company logos. I enjoy watching company logos in general, but I have quite an interest towards the older ones, although I still like the newer ones as well, but I've seemed to wanted to see the older logos back on the big screen a lot more lately. And I'm just excited to hopefully see some older films back on the big screen in general at some point soon. There have been a few older films I've seen before the pandemic, like in 2019 I saw The Goonies, The Matrix, Elf, Gremlins, and the original 1984 Ghostbusters film at the cinema back in 2019. And this year I saw The Lost Boys. So I'm hoping to see some more classic films at the cinema, particularly for the older logos, but I'm just excited I'm quite excited to go see the older films at the cinema in general. I hope I can get to see them quite soon, but I think it will be really good to see the older logos on the big screen as well. Anyway, even though Bloodshot was released on Blu-ray on June 8th, 2020, it still got the old age ratings because Sony didn't use the new age ratings until July 13th with the DVD and Blu-ray release of Fantasy Island, which was a co-production between Sony and Blumhouse. It was originally released in UK cinemas in March, but it was released on DVD and Blu-ray in the UK in July, so that was the first UK Sony home media release to have the new BBFC age ratings on it, as Fantasy Island was rated 15, so it would have the new 15 rating symbol on it. Anyway, as I mentioned, this is a release from Sony. And there's the disc itself. When I saw this film at the cinema, I thought it was quite a good film as well. Next one is Bombshell, based on a real scandal. The film stars Charlize Theron, Nicole Kidman and Margot Robbie. This is also a release from Lionsgate. And there's the disc itself. The next two are Pixar ones, and they both come with the slip covers that me and my brother have been collecting as of late over the past year. And the first one in this update is Monsters University. This is the 14th film to be released by Pixar, and it was released back in 2013. This is also the sequel to Monsters Inc., as you may know, and Monsters Inc. also had the slipcover as well. Had this kind of slipcover as well when I bought it last year. And there's the disc itself. And the next one is Ratatouille, which is the 8th film from Pixar, and it was released back in 2007. This is also directed by Brad Bird, who also directed The Iron Giant at Warner Brothers and Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol at Paramount Pictures, which I know Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol is not an animated film. I know it's a live action film, but he still directed it. And in terms of the other Pixar films he's directed, he's also directed both the Incredibles films, which I bought on Blu-ray as a box set back in 2018. I think I bought it in 2018, either 2018 or 2019. Anyway, there's the disc itself. The original Blu-ray, I think, was from 2008. as it was released at the cinema in the UK back in October 2007, and films released in October of one year usually get released on Blu-ray early the following year, but the artwork is from 2014 as it says there. So it's presumably the case is presumably a reissue from 2014. But the slipcover is from 2015. And the next two aren't Pixar films, but one of them's a live-action film and one of them's an animated film, in which the first one is The Fighter, which is a live-action film starring Mark Wahlberg, Christian Bale, and Amy Adams. Speaking of Christian Bale, I also watched American Psycho a few months ago, and I thought it was quite a funny film. I agree with my brother, it is quite a funny film. This was also the winner of The Fighter was also the winner of 2 Academy Awards, including Best Supporting Actor and Best Supporting Actress. This is a release from Momentum Pictures from 2011. The film's from, I think, it was released in 2010 in the US, but early 2011 in the UK, and it was released, and obviously released. If it's a major film like this, or a quite big film, then it would obviously be released the same year on home media. Most films released earlier in the year obviously would come out during like the summer on home media. Therefore, I think this was released during summer 2011, considering it came out in like either January, February, or March in the UK. It was early 2011 it came out in the UK. So it would have probably been released during the summer of 2011 on home media. I'm pretty sure it was. And there's the disc itself, and you also get like a booklet inside, like an advert advertising other Momentum Pictures DVDs and Blu-rays. And the final standard Blu-ray for this update is the Angry Birds Movie 2, which is obviously an animated film and the sequel to the 2016 film The Angry Birds Movie. I saw this at the cinema back in August 2019. Anyway, this is a release from Sony, as you probably know, because it was produced by Sony Pictures Animation. Sony Pictures Animation's next film is Connected, which is due to come out in the UK on October 9th, providing the pandemic still goes well. And I mean, otherwise the film could either end up being delayed or just get put on video demand, much like Trolls World Tour, Scoob, and presumably the SpongeBob movie Sponge on the Run, which is going to be released on CBS All Access in the US in, I think, early 2021, and it'll probably be released around that time on Netflix in the UK. But it was released in Canada on the 14th of August, so a lot of the people from Canada probably would have seen it before the rest of us, but hopefully we'll get Sponge on the Run on Netflix sometime soon. And there's the disc itself for Angry Birds Movie 2. And now onto the DVD, which is The Wicker Man, the director's cut. This is the director's cut of the 2006 Nicolas Cage version of The Wicker Man. This is a release from Lionsgate from 2007. You've probably noticed I haven't been buying DVDs as much as I once did, but I'm hoping to get some more DVDs in the future. Anyway, the film's from 2006, but the DVD's from 2007. As I might have mentioned. As I probably mentioned. And there's the disc itself. And as for the next update, I don't know when I'll be doing the next update yet, considering I'll still be taking it easy on myself. But I'll just do it when I feel like doing it. So that's it for this update, and stay tuned for more videos coming sometime soon.